In this video, we're going to discuss how to set up your default environment for creating a brand new Angular application. First of all, now I'm on Windows. If you're on a Mac, you're going to need to use Finder for that, but it's very similar. So I'm in my folder where I have my projects, but I'm not in a Angular project. That's important to note. And the version of the global version of Angular that I have set up, the CLI, is 17. And let me demonstrate how to find that. So you type ng version. Since I'm not in a project, it will show the global version. If I was in a project, it would show that project's version of Angular. You can see here that I've got the Angular 17 schematics, the dev kit, everything. So this is actually 17. It's 17.03.11, which matches this. This is just how they did that on that version. If I were to create a new application, which is going to create a new folder in this under this folder that I'm in here, so it's Programmer Roadblocks Angular. So if I were to create a project, it would put it in there. So let me demonstrate that. ng new, and we're going to call this, I'm going to put in quotes. Actually, I don't need quotes. So ng new Angular 17, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to ask me which style format. I like Sass, so I'm going to select Sass here. And you want to enable server-side rendering. I just hit enter because N, as you can see here, it's kind of faint, but N is the default, and it will set all that up. So this is going to take a little bit of time. So what it's doing is it's creating a basic Angular project right now. Okay, it's done. The project has been created. So if we go into WebStorm, now we've opened the new Angular 17 project in WebStorm. And what I want to do is I want to go look at package, and in package I see that this is the name up here, but I'm looking down here. This is what's important. So this shows Angular 17. This is the dev dependencies. This is only used in development. This is to build the project, and this is what it actually runs under. So you can see the 17 worked fine. Now let's look at building an 18 version. To start out with building a version 18 Angular project, I'm going to set my global Angular to 18. So that's what I'm doing at this point. So we're going to set it to 18 now. And it went through and added 64 packages, removed 47 or 42 packages, and changed 202 packages in 6 seconds. Much faster than the 17. So now we are still in our project here, and here's the 17. We're going to now build the 18. So change that ng new Angular 18, because we had a 17, now we're going to do an 18. I'm going to pick Sass, and I'm going to take the default, which is no, and this will generate an Angular 18 application now. Okay, so we have our Angular 18 application created. Now let's open it up in WebStorm. Now we have Angular 18 project opened up in WebStorm. We're going to open the package JSON again. And here we verify that everything is at 18. So this is looking good. Right now Angular 19 is out, so let's create an Angular 19 project. As we did with Angular 17 and 18, we're going to now set our global, our default version of Angular to 19. So I'm setting it to 19 now. It will make changes to the global. Added 14, removed 9, and change 257 packages in 4 seconds. What we're going to do now is verify our version. We are running Angular 19. This is our default. So we're not in a folder. It's important, very important. If you're in a folder that has a different version of Angular, it's not going to show what your global is. But if you're outside of any folder with a project, it will show the global one. Let me demonstrate. Let's go into the Angular 17 project, and let's run that same ng version now, and now it's going to show 17. So if we go to Angular 18, now we're in the Angular 18, and it will now show Angular 18. At this point, we need to create an Angular 19 project. So there's our 17 and 18. So we're going to create a 19. And this will create, so we're outside of any project. We're in the root folder where I have all my Angular applications. And I'm going to create 19. If you'll notice, up here, we had 19 installed. So that's there. Now notice the difference. When you're inside of a project, you're going to have a lot more show up than when you have outside of a project. So this is showing 19. So let me create a project, new Angular 19. I like Sass, so I'm picking that. I'm going to take the default here, and it will create an Angular 19 project now. Okay, the project has been created, and now we can, there it is. Let's bring it up in WebStorm. Now we have opened up our Angular 19 project in WebStorm. Let's take a look at the package JSON and make sure that everything is version 19. So I'm looking at the primary version number. And so everything, the dev dependencies and the dependencies are showing Angular 19. This is important. So now, let's try running. By the way, notice I don't have, on my side menu here, I don't have a node menu. To get it, this is in WebStorm, I would right-click on package, go down here where it says show npm scripts, and I'm going to show the scripts. It shows up, and I click on start, and I start it. Let's go look at the web now, and here we see we have Angular 19 running now. So it's changed quite a bit in how they demonstrate this. I hope this video has helped you understand how to switch between default versions of Angular so that you can utilize that when you're trying to create a project that is different than another project. So you can have multiple Angular projects on your machine, and the default or the global version of Angular is what's going to be used to create your Angular project. Once your project is created, it will use the version of Angular that is in the project. So if you need to create new components or any new item in there, it will use the schematic for that particular version of Angular. I hope this video has helped. Please like and subscribe, and I will continue to make videos.